Good morning everyone. We are going to create a project of login page with 3-tier architecture. So I'll click on new project. Yeah. Now my project is creating. We'll be creating our project in Visual Studio, web application in ASP.NET. My solution name will be login project and my project name will be login UI. Okay, done. So let me click on OK. Now it's creating a project for me with the solution name of login and login UI as a. So let me select ASP.NET template. My template, I want an empty template and in web form. Click on OK. Now it's creating project. Solution name is login and our project name is login UI, and in this login solution we are going to create our middle layer also and our data access layer also. So till then I'll get you with something. Here I have created one database. The database name is mini project. In mini project I have user E for user employee. So let's check what all we have in that. So select star from user E and let me run this query. After running, I have two user over here. First one is admin and the password will be admin, and the second one is user and the password will be pass. So here it's my log project, it's ready. Let me add web form over here. Right click, add web form. The name of the web form will be login page, or we'll say login. So it's creating web form. We'll create one more web form over here with the name of main page. So add web form, that is main page. Okay, so let me go to the login page. We'll design over here. We'll take two text box, two labels and one button. So go to toolbox, is initializing, say label, we want one label, hit enter. What else we want one more, that is text box, hit enter, and one more button for login. Okay, so here our GUI is ready. So go to source, let's do some copy paste. I want one more set of label and text box for password. So first one label will be for username, and the second and the name of the text box will be txt username, and the second one will be for password. Change the label name to the password and text box name to txt password. Okay, so and let rename the button also btn login, and the text will be login. Okay, so our GUI is ready. Let's check over here, click on design. Okay, let's do little modification. Let's add a self close break tag over here for the line break. Do a copy paste and control C, control V, control S. Let's go to design. Okay, over here we have username, username text box, label password, text box password, login. Okay, and the main page, in main page we'll write a simple text over here, welcome, and we'll say user, welcome user. Okay, so we'll add two more project over here with data access layer and the middle layer. First we'll add middle layer over here. Left click, right click, add new project. What do you want? I want C# code. What is C# code? Class library. What is the name of the class library? It will be middle layer. Hit enter. So it has created one more project for me with the name of middle layer. So what I want, let's rename that user business object, and we'll create two properties over here. First private property will be a private property, private string data type, and underscore user name equals to double colon, double semicolon, and single colon. Same private string underscore password. Let's do an encapsulation over here. For doing encapsulation, you just have to select control dot and use get set property using encapsulation. Same over here, control dot. So our properties is created now with the username and the password. So we'll go now add one more project in Solution Explorer. We'll add new project, and what we want class library, one more class library with data access layer name. Hit enter. We'll change the name of the class. Let's name it as data access. In data access, what we are going to do, very important thing, first we want our connection to be connected. So let's click over here in Solution Explorer. Let's add a connection over here. So for adding connection, we have to go to our SQL server. In SQL server, click on connect. In Internet, you will be getting the server name. Copy the server name, come in Visual Studio. Here connect with the database. The database name is mini project. Test the connection. It's working. Okay. So it's ready now. We'll add a connection string in our web config file of our UI. Where it's web config. In web config, we have to write our configuration. What we want, connection string. So here is connection string. In connection string, what we want to add, connection string, one more self course connection string. Name will be dbcon, and what will be the connection string? Connection string, we have added a server explorer, and we have connected to our database also. So go to properties. In properties, we'll be getting connection string. Copy that, paste over here. After pasting, you have to give the provider name also. So provider name will be system dot data dot SQL client. So it has been added to our web config file. Let's do a copy paste of the name of the connection string. Let's come back to our data access layer class. So we are over here. So now we'll say string connection string is equals to, we have to give a reference of config manager. So click on reference, click on go to data access layer, click on reference, add reference. What reference I want? I want a reference from assemblies. Which kind of? I want configuration. Click over here, then say OK. Okay, the reference is added. So we have to import the namespace also using system.configuration. Then after that, we'll use a configuration manager. Okay, so I'm capital over here. Control dot. So change to configuration manager. After configuration manager, dot connection string equals the connection string square bracket. Name of the connection string is dbcon dot toString bracket open closed. Perfect. So we got our connection string. What we'll do, we'll create one method over there with access modifier of public. Data set. For using data set, we have to import a namespace using system.data. So data set, and get will name as is valid. Is valid. What parameters we want? We want to check string username comma string password. So our structure is ready. In structure we'll write the SQL code. SQL code, very important. We want SQL connection. For SQL connection we have to import the namespace using system.data.sql client. Okay, so I have imported the namespace also. So SQL connection con equals to new SQL connection. In SQL connection I have to pass connection string con string. So let me open the connection dot open. So I've opened the connection also. Now I write a query in my command SQL command, SQL command command cmd equals to new SQL command. In SQL command we have to pass very important thing, two very important thing. One is a connection and another is a connection SQL query. So what will be my query? Select star from user E where select star from user E where username equals to double quote single quotes double quote double plus username and password equals to same single quote double plus and password. This we are getting from our parameters. Okay, so cmd. Now after passing this we have to save data set ds equals to new data set. Now data, we want the data adapter also, so SQL data adapter SDA equals to new SQL adapter. In SQL adapter will forward command object, so we'll say SDA to fill our data set. So he has filled the data set and we'll tell this object to return our dataset object. Perfect. So this is our mid data access layer which is ready now to access in our middle layer. Perfect. So we'll add one more reference over here. The reference will be of our middle layer. So come over here, click on project what you want. I want to add access to a middle layer to data access layer. So I've clicked on enter. He has given me the access. I'll go to class. In class I'll create the object of data access layer. Data, before creating an object data access, before creating an object we have to import a data access layer namespace also. So what I'll do, data ACCESS access is equals to new. So I'll say DA is equals to new data access layer data access. So I have not import the namespace, so control dot using data access layer. Now it's accessible. So I'll write a function over here, public, say it's a boolean function which is going to return true or false. So boolean function get user, so I'll say object dot, no, not object, data access object dot check whether it's valid or not. For checking you need username, so I'll give you the username, and you, for checking you also need the password also to check password also. So take password and give me the exact value. So I'll say data dot so I forwarded everything. So I'll say return whether it's true or false. Return true or false. Okay, so what I'll do in this function, I'll check if our data access dot is valid. Is for checking the detail, he want username comma password dot tables. Tables, check in table 0, the very first table. Check tables dot rows. What is there in the rows? Rows is empty or not. So rows dot count whether it's having anything. So if it's 0, so means it's not correct, so return false. Return false, else return true. So let me put a semicolon over here, cut paste, return true, after paste one semicolon. Okay, so this function is going to check whether our username and password is correct or not. Now we'll go to our login page. In login page, we'll write a code in our login button. Okay, in login button, we'll call a method of data access middle layer, and we'll pass username and password from our GUI. So very important, add a reference, add reference of the middle layer. Okay, so we have added the reference on getting ready. It's adding the reference. So reference has been added to our project. So what I'll say after adding the reference, what I want namespace to be added over here. So using namespace will be the project name middle layer. So I'm using middle layer, and now I'll create an object. So object will be user BO. BO stand for the business object. Obj equals to new user BO. Now what you do, obj dot username. Very important, first give the username to our business object layer dot txt text. Same obj dot password equals to txt password dot text. Then now we'll check whether it's working fine or not, is true or false. If it's true, we'll direct to our welcome page, or else we'll ask them to enter the username or password correctly. So we'll say if obj dot get user it's true, then do one thing, response dot redirect to our main page, right? Redirect to our main page, that is main page dot aspx aspx, or else give a message response dot write please enter correct username and password. It's boolean, right? Let's check what error it's getting. Right, it's going to return true or false boolean, right? Let's check. check by running this it's a parameterized function. Done. So let's build the project. Build. It's building. It's built successfully. So let's check start by running this project. Run by Google Chrome. Our project is running. Okay, here it is. The project is running. It's taking time, I don't know. Here it is, it's running very slow. Here it is. So we'll enter wrong entries. So let's check whether it's giving the access to a welcome page or not. Please enter the correct username and password. Perfect. So let me enter the correct entries as admin. Okay, so it's giving the access, right? So the challenge is here, if I am running this project, let me stop the project, and if I start the project, it will give me access to my login page, right? And without login I won't be able to access my welcome page. So this thing should be work. It's loading. So without login, user cannot access our home page or any page. So let's check whether this is working or not. Here it is. So I have not logged in my project. Let me go to main page. If I'm able to access the main page without login, means it's a very big loophole in our project. So what we'll do, we'll make some little bit changes in our project. We'll use a session management technique using session variable. So I'll declare one session variable over here, session use with the name of user, which will store the object dot user name. Okay, and in our welcome page it will check whether the user is valid or not. So if user is equal to null, then response dot redirect to a login page. Don't allow him to use our welcome page, main page. Login dot aspx, or else he can access our main page. Response dot redirect, just to copy paste, and the instead of login, the main page, semicolon over here, semicolon over here. Let's check by running this project whether it's. So let me run the project. The project is starting now. It's building. So here it is. So let me check without login, is that I'm able to access my main page or not. If I'm clicking on my main page, see over here, if I'm clicking on my main page, it's again redirecting me to login. So let me log in with the name of admin and the password will be admin. So now I'm able to access my main page. Here it is, my main page. It's just a small error because we are running the project again and again. So no worries, just close the project, stop the project, and we'll do one thing advanced in our project. We'll create a logout button also. So in main page A, we'll give one more thing, welcome user with toolbox button. In button we'll say it's a logout button. It's a double click on that, it's a logout button. login. Respond or redirect, and it goes to login, comma, control KD. So we are just aligning, that's why it's giving the error. Let's build the project and do control F5. So let's run the project, including logout button. Now I'm running my project through Google Chrome. Now the project is running. Here's my login page. It's loading now. So what we have done this in our application, we have a login page through 3-tier architecture, including session variable, where we have maintained the level of security, and we have given the logout button also. Let's check whether the logout button is working or not. Entering the login ID, I'm entering the password, click on enter. Now I'm able to redirect to my welcome page. Let's check. It's taking time. So here it is. Now if I'm going to login, it's giving me the login page, and if I'm going to welcome main page, so I'm able to welcome. After clicking on the login out, I'm able to my system is logged off now. Now if I'm clicking to main page, it's redirecting me to login. So at the end of the time, our program is working fine. So if I'm going on the main page, it's redirecting me to a login page. If I click on another username and password, it's pass and login. So I'm able to log in now. If I'm going to log in, it's login. It's not logging off, it's still logged in. If I'm clicking over here, it's main page. After clicking on logout, it's getting logged out from our system, and it's not able to access our main page. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Keep coding, live life error free. Thank you. Bye bye.